So you have this white woman is going to explain to everyone, and it should be interesting to you, why people in her community have this, obsession / love for black people. Let's roll that.
A lot of white folks secretly love black people, like obsessed, right? You see this with like the fetishization of black men. You see this with how much white people love hip hop, how much white people copy black culture. The list goes on. But yeah, I think a lot of white people are just afraid to admit that because they think that's suggesting something that is wrong with them. For example, like, if you love black people, then you're like betraying white people, or you're saying that white people are bad, or you're racist or whatever. But there's so much more in black culture than hip hop and good food. I mean, those are great things, but there's a lot, there's a lot of good things about black people, obviously. And let me put you on. Number one, they know a lot more than us. They're usually smarter than us when it comes to racism, when it comes to sociology, behavioral psychology, all that stuff, because in order to survive, a lot of black people just have to like be super cognizant of behavior and whatnot. The other thing about black culture is it's all about community and kindness and mentorship.
Well, I would say this, ma'am, if this is obsession / love, we don't want it, because this, when someone's obsessed with you, they'll hurt you. And we have been hurt and harmed a long time. You mentioned fetishization. There's nothing about fetishization that is great. All of it has been used predatory and abusive toward black people. So that's not a good thing you said. You mentioned hip hop. You mentioned, oh, we love this, we love that. No, a lot of times y'all like to steal our culture. It's not that you just like it and appreciate it. No, you like to steal it. And then at the same time, you want to sit there and keep calling us the N-word. So what you're saying in this video, and I'm not saying that you feel that way about black people, ma'am. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying, as a black man who's been living as a black man for a very, very long time, we do not want any love like that, because the love has always turned out to be insidious. It's turned out to be something that's not good at all for black people. I'm just saying. Now, we do know a lot of you are obsessed with us. We know this because it don't matter where you go, you show up. You tell us, go back to Africa. We go to Africa, you're there. I just came from Kenya. Guess what? You're there. I went to Ethiopia. You're there. I went to South Africa. You're there. Every African country I've ever been to, and I'm going to go to many more next year, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to be there. I'm just being real with you. So we know you can't stay away from black folk. I know you can't stay away from our culture. I know. Listen, I know. And I don't have an issue with nobody. I really don't. My thing is the hatred aspect. And even your skewed view and what you even saying is that you really need a lot more education from black people so you can even express yourself right. Because if a black person really listened to what you're saying, it wasn't really nothing that we could say, oh, that's a compliment. I mean, I appreciate you trying to explain it, but you need some more education so you could thoroughly explain, what you're trying to say. Because obsession is never a good thing. When a man's obsessed with a woman, when a woman's obsessed with a man, that's never good. That's never good. So no, you gotta miss us with that term obsession, because obsession is no. Yes, we know you're obsessed. That's why you have the freaking clan and everything else. It is obsession with us. We know, like I say, if you hate somebody so much, fine, no issue, no problem. If I can't stand you, I don't want to talk about you. I don't want you around me. I'm not gonna create no group just to be focusing on you. Like, that's dumb. That is dumb to create a whole group to be focusing on another group of people because I don't like them. If I don't like you, I'll just stay away from you. I don't want you around me. I'm not go places where you at. It's like people in this country, they're ones that can't stand black folk. They got states in America that's hardly no black people. You can move to those states and be in your whole lily white enclave, and they still won't do it. We can have whole news channels just focus on black folk. You still gonna come over to black people's stuff and complain. Prime example, everything I do is mostly, focus minus a few things that we have just kind of out there just for all consumption. But anything we do, anybody can consume if you appreciate it, right? But we focus on and target black people globally and just about everything that we do, right? And you still will come to those platforms to complain about that. You understand? You got Fox News, you got all these different places you can go complain on somebody, but you rather come to black platforms. You rather go to Twitter spaces with black people at to argue with black people. We're not going to your Twitter spaces. We're not going to look for the white supremacists, anything. We don't want to. Listen, I wouldn't waste my precious time even speaking to a lot of you. Come on, time is so precious. So the obsession part is sick. We don't want your obsession. We don't want that whatsoever. Yes, our community is built on love. Yes, we had to navigate America because of racism, white supremacy. Yes, we have. We had to do that for a very, very, very long time. But with that being said, now please keep the obsession. Be obsessed with your culture. Be obsessed with, or better yet, be obsessed with another group of people. How about that? Be obsessed with Asians. Be obsessed with Arabs, East Indians. Be obsessed with, Chinese, whoever, Latinos. Be obsessed with them. Love their culture. Love them. Listen, we need a break from your love. We need a break from your obsession. We need a 1,000-year break. So why don't you go love the Asian culture? Go do that for about 1,000 years. Form the same thing you're doing. Go do that over there. Because, nah. But like I said, all that I'm saying, they can't stay away from us, folks. Like I told y'all before, if 50% of black America went to the African continent, they'll be following right behind us. So they'll be like, where they going? Why they leaving? What's going on? Do you remember when they had the year of return in Ghana? How they made a big deal about it? What the hell they had to do with the LA Times, the New York Times, and anything else about what black folks doing in Ghana? Has nothing to do with them. But why they all going to Ghana? Why do you care? Because, like she said, they're obsessed with black folks. They're obsessed with our movements. They're obsessed with how we eat, how we think, how we spend our money, what we drive. Anything that we do, they're obsessed with our travel. They're obsessed with it all. And I get it because we are the culture. We are the salt of the earth. I get that. I understand it. I really do. But we never walked around saying that we were superior to anybody. We never said we were better than anybody. That's what a lot of y'all said in your group. So yeah, please be obsessed with somebody else. That would be nice. But let me know what y'all think about, what this woman is saying. Like I said, it's nothing against her. I am not against her. I think her heart's in the right place. She just don't know how to express herself the right way. And it comes across, very like you really need some more education from black people, it seems like, if they choose to educate you. Because like I told you before, I'm willing to educate white people. I'm willing to do it. But at this stage in the game, it's going to cost y'all about $1,000 a ticket for me to do it privately. I do it privately with y'all, about $1,000 a ticket. I need about 50 y'all to show up in order for me to do it. And you can ask me whatever questions you want, in a safe space. You can ask me all you want, the certain questions about black people. I'll educate you. But like I said, it's going to cost you $1,000 a ticket for me to do it.